I'm with David Laver, one of the co-owners of Ideal Country Property in Alhaurin el Grande. Hi, David. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, so David, would like to tell me a little bit about yourself and the agency?
Okay, moved here to Alhaurin el Grande 20 years ago with my young family and two boys. Wanted a different way of life and decided this was the area for us, close to Malaga Airport, close to Malaga, and not too far from the beaches. Um, Initially intended to sort of retire, quickly realised that it's nice to get up with a mission, a plan. So I got a job with the agency, the local agency that sold on the first house here. Job interview was basically, you don't know the language, you don't know the area, you've never sold a property. This is probably not going to go very, very well. And fell into it. Thought it was fantastic. Spent my time learning the language, getting to know the area. And yeah, 20 years of summers, beaches, selling property. It's been a really, really good 20 years. So we've had a good time.
What about the agency? Tell me about Ideal Country Property. Is it, as the name suggests, country properties?
Well, Ideal Country Property, myself and Sharon, we own the business. We worked for the same company. That company went into more development and promotion than actually selling houses. And we decided that we wanted to carry on. Our passion was selling country properties. So yeah, Ideal Country Property, that's where it all started, was our love of the countryside, the mountains, the valley, incredible views. And we wanted to carry on what we'd started. We got lots of clients. We work with lots of agencies all the way throughout the world. And we set up this agency. We've been open now for 16 years. We spoke about that this morning, 16 years. It's incredible. So you can imagine we've been here through good times, through better times. We've been here through stock market crashes. You name it, we've lived through it, but we're still here and still enjoying what we do. The name Ideal Country Property, yeah, okay, we love country properties, but as I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit later, the countryside is a difficult place to buy property in through lack of stock. So we sell golf properties, we sell properties on the coast from time to time. But whenever we get the opportunity, we get most excited about country houses.
And just for a bit of context for those who don't know, so Alhaurin el Grande is in Malaga province, and it's
Mhm.
slightly inland. We're not talking Madrid here. We're talking
Well,
20 minutes, half an hour inland, right?
it's
About
the
that.
magic. It's the magic triangle. So if you take Malaga to the right, Marbella to the left, and then let's say 15 kilometers inland from the center point, you find Alhaurin el Grande. So we are literally 20 minutes, a nice drive into the center of Malaga, Kyero, which is allegedly the first most expensive place to buy a house in the whole of Spain, and then 15 to 20 minutes into Marbella.
And Alhaurin el Grande, where you're actually based, that's even though it's almost like a white village,
It is, yeah.
there's a lot of expats living there. Is that correct?
Well, we have such a real nice mix of nationalities. When we first moved here, when I moved here 20 years ago, I would have said if you took the expat community or foreign community, it was maybe 80% British and then other nationalities. Malaga Airport, as I'm sure you know, went through a huge expansion. It's a really beautiful place to travel into now. The airport, easy to get in and easy to get out. And the day it opened, it was like the whole of Europe and then the rest of the world realized how convenient it was to get there. And almost overnight, I would say the clientele changed. Still UK clients, but then Dutch, French, Italians, Canadians, Americans. So that's changed a little bit. I would say 50% from the UK, and now with the nationalities, 50% as well. And that change continues.
And that leads me on to my next question, which is, what challenges are you feeling at the moment either within the industry or for yourselves specifically in the area that you operate in?
For us, the biggest challenge is lack of stock. we specialise in country properties. In 2003, the Front and Liquid decided that there's going to be no more building in the countryside. We never believed that that would continue. 20 years on, there's still no new building in the countryside. So we have as many people, if not more people, with the extra people coming in from Holland, Denmark, France, Germany, who want to live in the countryside. We rely on, unfortunately, the three Ds. It's death, divorce, and debt for property to arrive on the market, because nothing new has been built in 20 years. So really, a lack of stock.
That's interesting. And is that something that has been made it worse, if you like, from the post-pandemic sort of pent-up demand, the big surge in property sales?
I mean, I think what a lot of people don't realise is that when you lived in a beautiful development in Puerto Banús or Marbella or Elviria or the central Malaga, and you lived in an apartment, even with gardens, you weren't allowed into the gardens. So we literally get phone calls from people in Banús or in Marbella, and these beautiful on-the-front developments, looking down at their swimming pool, not being able to use them. And we get phone calls saying, we're going stir crazy. We need to be able to go outside. Well, it's for us, 4,000 meters, an acre of land is a garden with your own swimming pool, with views to the mountains. So it sounds a terrible thing, but the pandemic absolutely changed people's perceptions of living in Spain. Spain is mountains, olive trees, oak trees, your own private swimming pool, and that's what we sell. So I mean, more people buying, not enough people selling.
So then, on the flip side of that, what changes in the market have you witnessed in recent years that you're sort of, I guess the word would be, excited about, or that you're optimistic about?
For us, we'd like a change in the rules for being able to build in the countryside. That's not excited. That's optimistic and hoping. Excited about, I suppose, really more for the UK market, is that we've heard rumours, read articles in local newspapers, in the UK press as well, about potential change with UK owners being able to travel into Spain or into Europe, or Spain for us obviously predominantly, and being able to spend more time than the 90-day rule. Because lots of people, it's not right that you have a second home and can only use it for a certain amount of time. The second home means another place to live. So that's probably what's most exciting for us. And we hope that that's the truth, or that there is something in those rumours.
Yes, I think there was in the press, wasn't it, the other day, that they were lobbying Europe to make a change to it. So that is definitely something that's in the agenda, isn't it?
We live in a beautiful village. We've got lots of beautiful villages. Alhaurin el Grande, Alhaurin de la Torre, Coín, Cartama, great places to live. They are they're places where the first income is agriculture. The second income is from your local bar, your local restaurant. I mean, so many families have people that work in those premises or own the bars and the restaurants. The more people that are here to spend their money, it's an income. And we hope that there's a change in the rules, because people we've seen, I mean, 20 years, we've seen people come and go, but there's been a hard core of people who've been here for all of those 20 years. And it's such a shame that we only see them now from time to time. I mean, that's for us, as friends and people we know. The local bar down the street, obviously you go, people who come over here eat out a lot, it's what we do. And those restaurant owners don't see those people anymore. Seems a shame to me.
Okay. Well, David, it has been wonderful speaking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time. And let's hope the next time we talk, there has been some change in that 90, 180-day rule thing.
We can only hope.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you. Take care.